All right, hello everyone. So today's Tuesday, right? Tuesday, the 30th of December. Now remember today. All right, so today, Tuesday, tricky day. Okay. Now I've put these here before, as you know already. This should be 1050. Actually, there is something. Actually, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. 10. I'm just going to extend that a little bit. Okay. Now today, we can also do this. Okay. Wait until 13. Okay. This should already have happened. Okay. Whatever happened until now is because of an event that is eventuating today. What does that mean for us? This, the cause for this, which we spoke about yesterday, okay, expect surprises as we get to midday. Next hours are down there. So as we get to midday, expect surprises. So we have a dip down. From here, another surprise down. And this is a trading hour and the market picking up. So this event is mostly due to the thing that's happening today at this hour. So the impact of that move here should carry on today. And this is why yesterday buying wasn't a bad idea down here. All right, so these were trading hours, okay? So the market comes out and it was right in our, as you know, on the daily, it was right in there. Okay, remember I had 4,375 as the top of that bar, okay, yesterday. And I did give you this rectangle box and I said we should dip into here. This is where we want to dip into. All day dipping and then in the evening buying. Okay, so this is exactly how things happened according to plan. All right, so now what? Well, we don't have a swing day. The swing day is on a Friday. It's actually a Thursday or a Friday. But, all right, so if we take a look at the swing days, Thursday or a Friday. So we'll have to see how things pan out. After 1 p.m., like I've said here, it's a tricky day. Right, so you got to be careful because whatever happens then, it just happens. If you really want to push your luck, okay, if you really want to push your luck, which I wouldn't, you can add in there 1505. But I wouldn't. I'd go fishing or do something else you like to do. All right, so this is how it's looking. So with gold, like I said, buying, not a bad idea either because we were expecting the market to fall. I'm still having an expectation here. If it falls here, that would be good. I'd like to see it down there so we could go in heavy and follow through. All right, so that's how it is. With gold, you can buy. If we dip down, you can buy again. Euro dollar. Euro dollar hasn't come down yet. Doesn't look like it wants to come down. It is bullish. We know that. We understand that. We want to buy it, but want to buy it at a cheaper price. So as long as it's not down here or it's closing some gap or doing some good buy kiss, I'm not into it. I'm just not into it. All right. So we'll see how things go. But this is bullish. All right. You can see like we've tapped in here. It's bullish. It's closed in there. It's like, it wants to go up. All right. But just buying at the right price. As far as I'm concerned, buying at the right price is the important thing, and at the top, buying is just not a good idea. So hopefully you know, it'll come down a little bit and then we can work on it. 1680. Let's see where 1680 is on the daily. Oh, around here, so I can handle that. So if we come into anywhere around 1680 to 1650, if it's a swing day, would like to go up. All right. I put an arrow here because this is, you know, because we have an intention to buy in order to go up, but I don't have an intention to buy in order to go up here. And tomorrow is the 31st, so just before New Year's Eve, I'm not really planning on doing anything, obviously. Okay, with gold, you know me, I'm on gold all the time. I'm happy to follow through. You know, market falls, I want to buy a cheap trading hour, yeah, go for it. Okay, so that's me. Selling, I did say you can, just do it with a smaller lot size. You know, don't go in heavy because, you know, people are going to buy it, and that's why. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now with Bitcoin, yesterday I did say, guys, you can go long here, okay, on this day. Now today is a swing day on this one, right? It is a swing day, Tuesday. This is a swing day. So what to do on this swing day? Is a question. All right, it's a bit risky. Let's see if I can get this out of the way. Should I go low? See, it's closing low. It's closing red candles, and they're selling off. It's not making it. You see what I mean? So this zone has been like dipped into. It's been really terrorized, and our bias is to the downside. Okay, and look at that from last week. You know, like from a few weeks ago, we drew that, right? Either last week or the week before. So it's a pennant. We want it to come down, and you know, I want it to come down all the way here, and people think I'm nuts. But if you do the maths, it's you know, down here. If you do the maths, you know, break, come down, this is the place. So that's how the maths works. We'll see how that pans out. If you want to sell to the downside, then there's a gap here which you would be worried about, and there's still some buying reaction here. This should break. I'm thinking this should break. I'm going to get rid of this now. Okay, there's no need to hold this level because I've got enough lines there, so I don't need to draw additional lines. But with Bitcoin, you see, we're in the middle of nowhere. All right, highs, lows. The first support is around here, but I suspect this should break. And this is nice to see. So our bias to the downside is working. Selling off a good buy kiss. That's a nice classic. So coming down would be nice. All right, so I'd be a seller on this as well. So if you wanted to sell, today being a swing day, you need to do it from the highs. From the lows, on a swing day, you can only buy. Okay, so if you said to me, but we're at low, I want to buy, I won't blame you. Okay, I wouldn't blame you, but you need to know this is tricky, and I'd only do it with a tight stop loss. Not a tight stop loss only, just a small lot size and proper money management. Okay, that's how it is. Possibility of coming up here is still logical. So I got a 1, 2, 3, 4 breakdown. It's doable. Or I've got this 1, 2, 3, and then a breakdown. So if you're going to buy, I won't blame you. It's a swing day. You want to go up, that's fine. Okay. And chuck a Yui to the upside, fine. Do it with a small lot size. Take it up there and then make sure you take your profit, and I would cover the trade along the way. All right, I wouldn't do anything crazy like going nuts about it. Okay, where should you get up to? Well, look, I've got levels here for you. 87,700, 88,600, and obviously that blue bar there. If I turn this into a 1 hour bar, then you're looking at 89,300. All right, so those are the levels that we're talking about. But you see how they sold heavy. They're just, it's just not, not a good buying kind of an opportunity. Like you're stuck in this tight zone. All right, if it breaks above here, you want to do a quick scalp at a trading hour. If it dips down and you want to go and push it there and get out, you can do it. But like I always say, don't go in heavy when you're going against the grain. Let's take a look at the indices. With the indices, that was a swing day. This week we've got holidays on, so Thursday, Friday, maybe Friday. Okay, so not really inclined to be a buyer up here. Obviously, it's a swing day. We got, same as yesterday. I want to push it to the downside. So if you're trading it, I think selling it to the downside is a better option, and that's how it is. Okay, so I'm not going to say anything different. If you want to sell, do it from where they sold before. See, that is going to be a zone for you. Market sells off. Market sells off, closes below. Let's turn this into an hour's chart. 1 hour chart. Okay, we've got room to come back into this zone here. All right, to come all the way back in there. All right, even lower. So yeah, coming into this zone is on the cards. And there you go. All right, so I've even got a trade in there. I've got two. Okay. So we'll see how that goes. Why? Because swing day, sell it down. Okay. Now that is not a big lot. It's a very small one actually. Okay. But that's from the other day. Okay, last week. So that was actually open over the weekend. All right, but it's not a huge one. It's a very small one. I only trade the SP 500 because it's like, if I win, it's like good on my ego. It just doesn't sync with me, this SP 500. Now, the Dow, same kind of thing. Let's see where this thing happened. 12 o'clock yesterday is there, isn't it? There are some things it just doesn't match your personality, and SP 500 is definitely one at that. Now 12 o'clock, which is 11, and then 155 is going to be here. 12.55 is 155 on the platform. That's your 155, okay? And this is your 11, 10.45, 11. So here we are, market selling off, beautiful sell-off, okay? Coming right into where they bought before at 7:30. Okay, on the platform it should be 6:30, like 6:25, and 8:45. 6:25 is there, and 8 o'clock was 8:15. 8:45 it's going to be. whoops, is there. All right, so that's done it. So at that time, what should you have been looking for? Well, if you were a seller, you wouldn't be looking at buying, okay, for sure. Because from the highs with the gaps happening here and here, all right, remember this should be coming down into here. So I don't think there's anything to talk about here. You know, we know from the daily chart actually where we're coming into. All right, so there's nothing to really say here. We are coming into here and we want to sell into here. Okay, that's all. So nothing different. If you want to sell, what's the low of that? 48,620. 48,620 is somewhere up here. All right, which the market looks like has really done. If it does it again, 48,620, somewhere up here. Okay, you can, if it's a trading hour you want to sell off, you can. Okay, there's nothing wrong doing that. That's a full impulse. And that's your 37.5 surprise. All right, so let's take a look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ, same thing, guys. Like, we're like going down. My bias is to the downside anyway. So this pennant, obviously, like I did say yesterday, this is the weekly chart. If it breaks to the upside, don't stand in front of it because, you know, it will go. Okay, but it's a symmetrical triangle as well. If it breaks to the downside, then we should have a leg down. That should bring us into this zone where the market closed gap. And the cause for the blowout is this bar. All right. But we should be coming all the way back here. So we'll see how that pans out. That's the weekly, by the way, but we should be coming back down. So that looks like a crash. Well, you know, we could do it every now and then. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we should end up down here again. So my bias is all in this same, still to the downside until we have a breakout. For me, it's going to be down from the highs. Buy from the lows, sell from the highs. If it breaks out on a pullback swing day trade hour, sell again. Okay, it's like very simple, basic technical analysis. Match it to swing day trade hour. All right, hope that helps. Have a really great new year with all your family and loved ones, and hopefully I will see you guys on the 2nd of Jan. All right, so tomorrow no video. 2nd of Jan there will be a video. 1st of Jan obviously no video either. Have a really great new year with the family and all the loved ones. Take care. If you have any queries, questions, always feel free to drop a line.